So today's video, I thought I would do a new sort of spin on like the today's video, I thought I would do a spin on the redesign with me. Instead of doing it in Photoshop, we're doing it in my drawing app. I'm going to be redesigning and I'm going to be drawing them. So some I will just be drawing because I've redesigned previously in some of my other videos. So gonna start with the Soap palette. This one I have redesigned, so I'm just gonna be drawing it, sort of thing. Like drawing, I just sort of so many different tools, as you'll see. I'm gonna use a HB pencil. Might use something actually just a HB, and I'm gonna sort of start by in the eyedropper to drop the colour so that I'm like drawing it out in as good a colour as I possibly can. This will not be the most perfect drawing, like I am not the best drawer. Gonna try and make it not look flat. I'm gonna try and make it look quite realistic. But I just thought I would do like a new sort of spin-off just to make them interesting. Like I want to make videos that are like really interesting and new and different, and sort of try not to just do videos that I've done before or everyone else has done, sort of thing. Like obviously I will do stuff that probably someone else has done because it's hard not to dupe videos, so I'm just sort of filling in the shades. Not going to be putting in the names, I'm just going to be doing like the shading and stuff. Selecting. I'm just colouring that in. Trying to sort of keep it to the realistic colours as much as possible. Trying to like keep it realistic. You can see what I'm doing from my screen recording. And it's just sort of getting the colours right. So I'm just sort of doing the different colours. There's so many different tools in this one you can use, so gonna use the eyedropper just to go over, get as close to the original colour as I possibly can. Gonna probably mix in a bit of red, because it is sort of semi-true red, and gonna like blend it out. Finding the tools I want to use. Not quite what I wanted, so I'm going to go back on that one. A lot of it is like trial and error. With these types of videos, like it's not going to be me being like perfect, it's going to be me trying out new things, and some things will work successfully, other things will not be as successful. Though I do think the palette looks amazing, like we see from the screen record. Probably should have made it a bit bigger, so I'm going to probably start again with that one, to be honest. To be honest, I'm probably going to rub out the drawing and do it again. So this is as big as I was going for, like I kind of need to do it a bit bigger. But it's trial and error, it's experimenting, it's trying new things, and I like redesigning and drawing on shadow palettes. Don't know why, just do. Don't like that very much, so I'm just wiping that off. One of those things where it is a drawing app, so I'm still like learning how to use it because I'm not really the best at working out new things, and I don't really play with this that often. Like I'm quite that's that. Might try that thing, like doing that. Just drawing it a little bit bigger so the shades are a little bit more sort of gonna fit on their rose sorts of things. And I'm probably gonna use a HB shade of shape to do that. I think what I was using was too thick before, so I think once we've got the shades we can like figure out the other things. I think that kind of works for like glittery shades. I think we'll do something a bit smoother for like the mattes. We'll make the mattes quite sort of smooth, and the bumpier one will represent the that one definitely did go a bit wrong, but we'll get there with it. Which takes quite a bit of practice. Actually, it's just finding different tools to use that are going to produce the effect I might want. Definitely very sort of big. That's better now, I've shrinked the size down. There is one more shade that I'm going to try and squeeze in. Lilac shade. So it will go outside the box. But we can't miss out really important shades. Feel like I'm going to mix a bit of a true yellow in because they're not always selecting the best. a bit green. I think it will stay like that. I'm gonna buy an orangey shade. So I'm just on like the olive green shade. Admittedly it will look quite messy, but we're getting there with it. At least the rest are just sort of the matte shades. Now I'm just sort of gonna go in with, like I might use this to like and select the colour and sort of go in that way. And then I'm not gonna use it, not for the rest. So that's the result. So now we're going to do another one, like insert image. I think I'm going to go for the Naked Cherry palette. Sort of pop that there. Then I'm going to find a pencil and sort of make it a little bit thicker this time. Back. I think the wheel's kind of in the way, I don't know how to move it necessarily all the time. Kind of bad that I do things and then forget how to actually make them function, not how to do things properly. I'm going to just add a selection colour now, I've kind of lost that, but okay. This is the problem again, I don't know how to always do the basic things that I need to be able to do to sometimes make it a success, but we will get there on that. And figuring that out. And I'm gonna make the same mistake again, like I've sort of got to a point and I don't really know what to do next as such, but we'll get there. It's just trial and error, I really don't have a clue what I'm doing all the time. I'm just gonna hope it keeps going back to white. I want a selection, like sometimes it's like really good and other times it's like you have to really know what you're doing to get it to work, and that's just me wittering on my own. We'll get there, even though it may take a while, so... Yay, it's kept the colour. Sorry for that taking so long. I think this one will be a tiny bit easier to do than the last one. Because Urban Decay naked palettes are quite easy, considering that I've already screwed it up, so I'm going to try not to do that. But we're getting somewhere. Like, it's taking shape. And I've forgotten to screen record for this whole bit, so gonna start now recording. Right, we'll start with the matte white, drawing that one in. And it all goes to a peach shade. Probably doing this far too big. Gonna select a shade. We'll probably go very outside the box. So I'm going to try and save that and rub it out a bit. Sort of select the colour and sort of go for time. So we're now going to focus on like the pink shades. Just going to zoom in a little bit just so that we can like sort of select them. And then like really like, I feel like this one looks really accurate to the Urban Decay one. Like I like the cherry palette. Like I think that probably would be like my naked palette if I had to choose out of all of them what would be like my naked palette. I think it would be like, though to be honest I think they should retire the naked phase. Like it's been going on for too long now, like it's boring and no one's interested in naked palettes anymore. Like everyone's sort of past the naked phase now. Like it was a phase, but it is like time to end the phase now. My thoughts on Urban Decay. Interested. So that's the Urban Decay. Sorry if there's not screen recording for the whole one. I just sort of will be explaining it thoroughly, and you'll see what I'm kind of doing. So we'll do the next one. We'll do the next one, but I'm gonna like redesign the cherry palette first on this side. I think, to be honest, I would sort of gonna like draw it out so you can see what my thoughts are on it. Like, so I'm just getting my HB pencil to try and draw it. It's gonna be quite a rough one because I've not got as much space. So I think I would go for like a peachy one next. Like, I would really sort of go for quite a light pink, I would say. Like, I'd have really gone in with the pinks and purples, the pinky colours, and sort of done less like neutral shades. Then I'd go this one. Because it is cherries, it's not a neutral palette as such. Like, it is sort of a more colourful. Obviously not this dotty colour. Let me press pause, so I'd go this pink. Then I'd go that pink there, sort of thing. I'm just going to make it like a pinky palette sort of thing because take my brush and I'm going to pick my colour. I feel like I'd do like sort of these types of shades, like that's to represent like a glitter one. And I'd also would have added some red in, I think. Like red, I think's one I would have gone for. Like, obviously I'd have had the matte white and I would have had like the creamy colour. And that would be the palette design that I'd go for. For that one, I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to pick insert an image. I think I'm going to go for this latest naked one. Like, admittedly, a lot of naked palettes I've picked. Like, they're iconic, but I feel like naked's time to end. Like, there's more naked palettes in anti-hauls. Like, I've sort of really been seeing that. It's one thing I've noticed about naked palettes. So I'm going to get on with my drawing first, and then I'm going to, like, redesign it as best as I can. And draw it as best as I can. I'm going to go for like a creamy sort of colour to write me. I'm going to get on with the top detail first, like really sort of spray paint. I love the packaging to this one, but it's like, it's just not really anything special anymore. Like, the formula gets roasted these days. Like, I talked about this in my makeup archive videos. Because I love doing like makeup arcade videos. I love redesigning ones. Like, makeup content I like. So, but it's nice to do like inventive makeup content, like what we're doing here. Then in white I'm going to do like Naked Cyber because it's a Naked Cyber palette. This is like the best time I've written anything. Now I'm going to like zoom in a bit to select the shades that I'm going to use. But I'm going to zoom out a bit to do it. And still using my HB pencil. Like Urban Decay used to do a lot more shimmer shades in their Naked palettes, whereas now in sort of the Naked Cherry one they've done a lot more mattes. Next one's a sparkle one. I'm gonna use to try and represent as best as possible, then I'll be redesigning it next. I feel like it just doesn't scream cyber, to be honest. Like it really just does not scream cyber. Like I'm sorry, but it just does not scream the Naked Cyber. Like it's very neutral considering like how bright the packaging is. So I'm just sort of can do that one. I actually do like how well I've like drawn the packaging. Like I do like the packaging, I just wouldn't buy the palette personally because it is so. It's like the Wild West palette, not good in terms of formula. Like it's really not great in terms of formula. Quite a boring formula as well, to be honest. Like how it looks like confetti. But very boring in my redesign, like going through every single colour it is quite, it needs a lot of pop added because it is quite boring in comparison to like what you'd expect from this type of Naked palette. Like I love its packaging, I just don't like, and I do apologise for my nose, I have really sort of, not bad sinusitis, but definitely not great, so my nose is quite itchy at the moment, so I'll have to excuse that. So that's my redesign, that's my drawing. Now I'm gonna like redesign it. So let's just get into it. drawn like a greenish outline just to make it really pop. I'm going to get the spray can and it's going to really pop. Still keep it white like Naked Cyber. Now let's sort of pick some colours. I think I'd go for like I'd go for like a purple. Then I'd go green. Go for like glitter, so I'm gonna go for like grey sort of colour. Just figuring out a grey. I'll go that one, I'm just sort of not that I'm seem to be sort of getting it out. Not working. Just takes a bit of a bash. Right. And then I'd obviously have like my matte white because that's like the basis of a palette. Then I would go with a blue. It's a very colourful palette. Go with an orange. Then we'll go a purple, I'd say. Like an actual like bluey purple. One type of purple. So that would be what it would look like. So no, I've not done that many. I will probably do another part to this, but I just thought I'd like do one of these videos and see what we come out with. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.